Hi. Um, I decided to do my strategy demonstration on a variety of things, well, a variety of strategies you can do when you do a read aloud. And a read aloud obviously is kind of an easy thing to do, but there's so many strategies you can do with the kids. And I found a few strategies from Pauline Gibbons' book, and I also added a few that I used to do when I taught Title One reading. Pause and predict is one. And so I came up with a bunch of questions you could ask children, even by looking at a cover of a book. Like, what do you think would happen based on the cover of the book? Why do you think that? Also, using the illustrations. Like in this book, there's the bird in the cage, and then there's a free bird. So, or a bird outside the cage. So, there's a lot that you can predict just from those pictures. And for example, like reading the first page, are there any vocabulary words you don't know? What do you think would happen at the end? So there's so much you can ask kids before you even start to read the book. Thinking tracks, making thinking explicit. So I think sometimes, especially with really young kids, they don't realize how much thinking goes into reading a book. And so the teacher can model this, how thinking is an active process. Like this illustration reminds me of, something else. I wonder what will happen. I remember something similar happening when I was at my grandparents' farm. I see some different language in the illustration. I wonder what language that is. And so it'll help the kids start thinking about the book before they even read it. Word masking is a great, simple strategy to use, and it really works with a big book. Um, so after you've read it a couple times, which will help with comprehension, have the children predict what the masked words are. They could also come up with a different word that would work also. They can ask questions like, why do you think the author chose that word? What other words could we use? And I said, like, thought of, but online you could have the children predict the word in chat and then send their predictions all at once. Shadow reading I used to use a lot. It's a great way to improve fluency. So if every child has a small copy of the book, they can read aloud with you. I often had the kids whisper read. Like I would lean in towards the kids and listen to each child read in the classroom, obviously before COVID. and and you could do this online with the children by having them read with you, then switching on random kids' mics so you could hear them reading. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.